Welcome on in, everybody. I am the Bagwig5 on comms here, and this is the SMB3 PointsPalooza 2025. Excellent name, I have to say. A big fan of the name here. Yeah, so this is, for people who don't know, this is an any percent Warpless tournament, but there are points that you can get in certain stages. So it's not just about who's going the fastest, but it's about performing some special tricks in certain stages to gather points. You can also lose points if you make mistakes or do things that are against the rules and things like that. But I will try to keep you up to date as these things are happening. You can see up on the top left and right of the screen that they have some points trackers, and they will be marking these points for themselves as they go, and we'll sort of keep tabs on all that. It's kind of like the Hogwarts of speedrunning, yeah. Yeah, so we are just waiting. It looks like the runners are ready. I'm going to quit the race room here, and about a minute from now, we will be on our way. Yeah, so this was put together by Gungeon Lover, who is here in chat. There have been some other points tournaments in the past, and this is sort of just the latest and greatest edition of it. So yeah, this, I believe, is the group stage. So they're kind of doing a... I think brocis actually was in the first race yesterday as well. So yeah, I think this is Sakaali's first race. This is the second race overall. And we got a bunch more coming up, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, the points concept is pretty interesting to me because it sort of allows you to make some mistakes and lose some time, but still sort of stand a fighting chance as long as you hit those special tricks, you know. So we got a countdown timer on Sakaali's end. I don't have to guess when they're about to push start anymore. Get that nice late reset, and we are off. Alright, so in World 1 here, the first point that we're going to be looking at is the early P-Speed build in 1-2. It is kind of subpixel dependent, but I think it works on all but like one subpixel or something. Oh, Sakaali missing the end card. Oh, he's manipulating. Speaking of which, yeah, like I said, it's not that there's not many that mess you up, but that's nice that he's making sure that he's gonna be able to get it. And brocis does get it, so does Sakaali. 1 point for each of these fellas, so we should see them lighten up their little card over there on the... Yep. Very, very nice. So that's going to help us keep track of what they've done. You know, if I miss something in chat too, feel free. Oh, brocis already taken the early death there. Slipped a little bit out, and so did Sakaali. Yeah, they're slowing down, so the next point that we're looking at here is we're gonna, instead of grabbing the warp whistle, we're gonna try and clip here to the boom boom. It's sort of a backup strat. We get 3 attempts at this. Yeah, this dry bones can get in the way. Nice job going for the fire flower. Ooh, and Sakaali gets it on his 3rd try. Very nice. brocis gets 1 more here. So he is not gonna get the point. That's tough, taking the early death. I do believe that you maybe lose a point for taking a death, or maybe you get an extra point for going deathless. Yeah, let's go ahead and switch audio over to Sakaali, who is now in the lead. Oh, that's nice having the fire flower there. A 1 point deathless incentive. Thank you, Gungeon. So brocis is already out of the running for that, but Sakaali is still hanging on. I mean, it's still early. Those race nerves, man. 1 forward is a pretty hard stage, not gonna lie. Alright, and so what Sakaali is trying to do here is, this is basically Frog percent 1-6, and he's going to take this shell all the way over here, and he's going to snipe the last green Koopa there. And he gets it. I say it's the Frog percent strat because you can't get P-Speed without grabbing the shell and Frog, and that's immediately what I thought about. Play Frog percent, it's fun. Alright, commercial's over. So Sakaali is getting the clean sweep here in World 1. Let's see if brocis can get this point in 1-6. So the tricky thing here is you don't want to shoot that shell too early because, you know, you're going to miss the green guy at the end if you shoot it too early. But you also don't want to shoot too late because it'll wake up on you and make you take damage. Alright. I gotta plug the frog runs as much as I can. Alrighty, and brocis not getting lucky there and getting the special tile that has the fire flower in the bro fight, so he's going to have to pick it up here in the airship and lose a little bit of time. Let's see if it'll affect his boss pattern. Auto scrollers. So it looks there are 3 points coming up in World 2. Looks like we got one in 2-1, 2-2, and in the airship. So it's a little front-loaded here. Any dad jokes? Well, the airship's almost over. Oh man, I guess we don't have time to do any dad jokes. Yeah, those things that are highlighted above the game feeds are what's being tracked. And then we'll total those up at the end. Okay, so in 2-1 here, there are some purple pipes that normally you just jump over, but we're going to try and clip through one of them. And they're going to get 3 attempts to do so for 1 point. Let's see, Sakaali's got a set up here. Ooh, and he gets it! Very nice. He's out of there. Alright, the 2-2 point is really scary to me. So you have to do a backwards butt slide, and you have to be backwards the whole time, basically, until you get to these last Koopas. You gotta do some really precise inputs to make sure you don't lose speed, so you're able to make it over these gaps. brocis, one more try here. Oh, and doesn't make it. These clips are not being nice to brocis. Yeah, and he just bails. So this is what you would normally do, is just go over the top there. Sakaali really cleaning up right now with those points. I've seen some runners practice that 2-2 backward slide, and it looks tough. Let's see what brocis can do here. Gonna just get this Goomba out of the way. He's setting up. Ooh, okay. He knew he wasn't gonna make it there, so he's just aborting mission. But yeah, so not only do you have to have really precise inputs to maintain your speed on every single one of those backwards jumps, but you have to get a good starting speed as well. So the first jump off of the hill that you do the butt slide from comes into play too. There's, you know, a range of speed values that you can get that will affect your success rate. But yeah, tough luck for brocis on these clips. That 2-2 point, again, is, that's a rough one. Alright, so we're just gonna see a regular World 2 here for the rest of the time until we get to the airship. Sakaali going for the green rocket. Nice fire kill from brocis on the Boom Boom. You'll love to see both players having their fire flower still in 2F. You'd think it's not that big of a deal, but it's tough stuff. Looks like Sakaali's going to get to play 2-4. Playing 2-4 is pretty nice because it saves a little bit of time, but it's also scary because it's just about 1,000 times harder than 2-5. But I think Sakaali can handle his biz. gets a nice early bro as well. Brocis over here in the sun level, no problems here. Getting a lot of movements of 2 for Sakaali. I can't hear Brocis's movements, but if you get all movements of 2 in World 2, it really adds a lot of time. Very nice 2-4, and Brocis is going to head into 2-4 as well. He's doing this old school. I like it. Very nice stage for Brocis. Ooh, he gets the double points on the last boomerang, bro. I love to see that. If you shoot that guy in time, you get 100 points for hitting him, and then you also get the 1,000 points for the end card taking him out. Gotta maximize those points, y'all. But yeah, so, I said that it wasn't all about going fast, but there is actually a 2-point incentive for finishing in first place. So it still counts to be faster, but it's not everything. Alright, so on the World 2 airship here, both pretty good pyramids. Pretty solid gameplay so far for both players. Yeah, so the point here on the airship is there's a power-up block that if you hit it just in time, like before it's fully on the screen, it will turn green whenever you hit it. I'm not sure how many pixels or frames or whatever you have to get it, but see, there you go. Sakaali gets it. Not too bad of a point, but if you play on a CRT, it's super hard because you can't see it. But if you're playing on a monitor or like emulator or something, it's a little bit easier. Got that massive overscan. See, Brocis. So the thing that's tricky about this is that ooh, Brocis was a bit late there. The thing that's tricky is that you kind of have to manipulate the bullet bills to not be in your way. Because if you approach that block without a certain setup, then it's possible that the bullet bills will just like hit you right when you need to be jumping for that block, or you'll take damage after you get back on the ground and stuff like that. So there's a pretty good way. That's the way Sakaali did is what I'm used to seeing, where you kind of hang down on the bottom end there and then run up instead of going over the top. Nice fire kills from both. Alright, and we have 3 more points in World 3. That's very fitting. Ooh, nice first frame jump. I want to say that there's some points for these first frame jumps. I don't know. I think it's not specifically this stage, though. Later on. But yeah, so we're gonna see Sakaali and Brocis probably take damage on purpose so they can be Big Mario and grab this, grab the Fire Flower while maintaining P-Speed in level 3. That's the first thing we're gonna be seeing here. So let's see where they end up doing this. Sakaali going for the mega fast P-Speed. Ain't playing around, man. Ooh, Brocis jumping out of the water just a little bit. Looking good. That's a pretty sweaty strat. I guess he didn't mind if he's taking damage, because he's probably going to take damage for this point anyway. That's good thinking. Nice, I like it. Just wham into that fish. Brocis just missing the P-Speed. Sakaali getting the point there, so really all you have to do is just maintain P-Speed for a jump after grabbing that Fire Flower. You can do some big caveman jumps there and make it pretty simple, but the tricky part is you have to adjust your jumps after the fact compared to what you're used to, because you know, the level goes up and down and stuff. So the platforms are all in different places. Alright, let's see. Brocis opted to take damage on the Piranha Plant, which I think was a good plan. I did not see if he got door 3, but it sure seems like he did. Very nice. And brocis gets that point. Yeah, I forgot to mention door 3. I was trying to watch brocis's point there. But yeah, so that's a one frame trick. You gotta enter that door, and then you gotta press up to enter it again the first possible frame when you appear over the water there. Very, very nice. I mean, Sakaali's... He's got the clean sweep, man, right now. Ooh, brocis gets it too! Let's go, man! That's what I'm talking about. The double. These guys are killing it, dude. Unfortunately, brocis is looking at a runaway. Which is just, like, insanely classic. Brocis taking a pipe. I think he was trying to check where the bro is, but I think it's the other pipe. It's a good thought. Alright, no gulps here. Nobody's ever died in 3-8. Nobody's sniping the Lakitus, though. Alright, so I think he was going for the glitched pipe. If you get the... If you enter... Oh, brocis, please. Please go right here, bro. Don't scam him, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Man, you hate to see the runaway bros. Ooh, knows the backup for the mushroom here, though. He gets that boss bass out of the way, so he's in good shape. But yeah, what I was saying is, you can get a glitched pipe entry if you kind of like clip into the top of those horizontal pipes as you're going into them in a couple levels. And that is 1 point possible, sort of in the miscellaneous category. We got a throne jump for Sakaali. I have not been tracking those. I'm sure that they are keeping track themselves, though. Alright, so here, Sakaali's going to try to get 4 1-ups on these first couple of enemies here in the airship. This is pretty hard as well. You gotta have some pretty precise jump timings here. You are allowed to take damage. Ah, messed it up. No, it's 1 point maximum for Upper Decker Yato. You just have to get it once. And yeah, that's the first point that we see Sakaali miss. That is a really, really tricky. 4 1-ups there is like crazy hard. It is worth 2 points though if you get it. So yeah, brocis has a chance here as well. It is very, very hard to get those 1-ups without taking damage, and I don't foresee brocis going for that as Small Mario. Unless he's insane. Brocis! Oh no, dude. This is tough. Hopefully it's right next to 3-9. Oh, let's go, dude. I'm not sure. Does it always go there? I don't know if there's any RNG for like where it, where the airship ends up or not. Okay, he did get lucky. Yeah, I mean that's what I thought. I didn't know if that was a multiple death thing, because I've seen that on Small Mario only. Yeah, dude, that's what I was scared it was gonna go past 3-6. I mean, you're pretty much hosed at that point. Alright, World 4 here for Sakaali. Going for the shell strike, he doesn't have fire. Light work here. Doesn't get the upper decker either. 4-1's a pretty good place to try for, and so is 4-2, which Sakaali is going to try to get a single frame jump at the start of this level for 1 point. And he does not get it. It's tough. Ooh, misses the double block grab. Gonna have to do a little bit of a spicy turn back thing. Any upper decker, though? Nah, that was a short jump. It's pretty hard if you don't get the double block grab or don't have fire there. If you do the regular fire strat without any of the funny business, you can basically just caveman off the very edge of that cloud and get the upper decker like 50% of the time, it feels like. But there's probably some sub-pixel business going on with that. It stinks pretty bad. Oh, dude, he almost got one there. He got the clip on it. Whirlpool kind of stinks without Fire Flower. But they are going to be able to get one back in the fort. And it's an easy cop-out for not having to do the B-Speed in 4F2. It's the hardest B-Speed on the planet. Brocis taking a little bit of damage, too. That's unfortunate. There are some chances to get it back. He might try and grab a power-up here in 4-2. Alright, so Sakaali is going to go for 282 on the timer. The in-game timer, which is... This pretty much just means you need to get P-Speed, you need to get a decent Super Swim, which it looks like he's going to be fine here. There are some cheese strats you can do, like you can use a P-Wing, or you can use a frog suit and stuff I've seen some people do, but really with like a clean P-Speed strat, 285's, or 282 is pretty guaranteed. Brocis did not get the single frame jump into 2 either, I do not believe. Gets lucky with the early bro, though, which is nice. That'll save him a little time on some movements, most likely. Yeah, it is possible to get upper decker in 4-4. That is exceedingly rare, though. Alright, Bro's just picking up a Mushroom House item here. 4-3 can be really, really scary without a power-up, just because you're kind of relying on bonking your head a bunch for some of these jumps. In a small Mario, it doesn't work out quite as well. So the point here in 4F2 is just to smash all of these dry bones. Oh, Sakaali taking damage on one of them. I was about to say this isn't too difficult of a point, but as you can see, tripped him up just a little bit. He does get the point, but at the cost of his Fire Flower. That's, you know, probably 7 or 8 seconds just in the bin right there from losing that firepower, and now he's gonna have to maybe get it back in World 5? I'm not sure what his World 5 strat's gonna be. Nice, and we see Brocis use the P-Wing here. The P-Wing is a pretty guaranteed way to get 282 just because you keep P-Speed for so long. Man, like, look at this. Holy smokes. Oh, he's flying 286. Yeah, but it does cost you some time because, you know, that's a P-Wing that you'd want to use somewhere else, most likely, in the normal Warpless route. But it looks like he's gonna pick it up here in World 4. Oh, it's the star! Unlucky. I think he was trying to make up for that loss there, but... Watch this bro go down and right and give him the boxless setup. I don't know what that means. Yoku. Oh. What did I say? I did that to Brocis. I'm taking responsibility for that one. I've played this game enough times to know that that's what the game was gonna feed him after he tried to take the bro earlier. It just had to be done. Alright, stomp that guy. Get the Fire Flower. Brocis can actually pick up some good time here if he maintains that. Ooh, there we go. The double. Ooh, watch out! Oh my goodness! He's cutting it close, dude. It says now something. That's all I know. And there's a game in there. Now something, something, something. Game something, something, something. Ooh, Sakaali got the pixel for off-screen wand grab, but did not get the jump there. That would have been cool. Yeah, Sakaali is looking pretty strong right now. Two-time Finnish champion, I'm getting news of. An impressive resume. Brocis setting up his coin count. Sakaali not using the P-Wing here. Brocis taking the bottom route. So I'm guessing Sakaali's just gonna have to grab his own nice pipe, nice jump. He's gonna have to grab his Fire Flower later, probably in 5-7 all the way. Alright, so the next point coming up for... Nice movement to 4. The next point coming up is going to be in the Twisty Castle. So in the second room that has all the thwomps, you can get a glitched pipe entry, which is something you would just absolutely never see anybody go for, unless you were like, I don't know, maybe the task does it? Maybe it saves time? But, if you jump into the side of the pipe, you can enter it instead of jumping in through the bottom, which is just about 1,000 times easier. Brocis keeping the Fire Flower, but didn't go for the fire kill there on Iggy. That's a pretty tricky one, especially with the bro situation he ended up with. So let's see what Sakaali's got here. You know, that's I don't know the answer to that question, but uh-oh. Doesn't get it there. So he gets 3 attempts at this. I'm not sure if it's, Oh, he gets it the 3rd try! It looks like it does take away your P speed. That's nice. It's good that you get multiple attempts for some of those things. Like, you can sacrifice a little bit of time for the cause. The 3rd try magic. Yeah, you are able to keep P-speed on jumps like that, but I think it's frame perfect. And if you jump frame perfectly out of that pipe, I think you probably will fall in the pit. So maybe it's not super worth it. I don't know for sure in this specific case, but if it's like... If it's what I'm thinking about, it's, can be scary. Brocis almost taking a dip in the pit there in 5-2. Wrong point system, Brocis. There was a point one time in a previous tournament where you had to do the bottom route in 5-2. And Sakaali getting the 5-5 early P-speed point here. Keeping the P-speed over that first mushroom block is the requirement for that, so... He did opt to use a star, and you notice he held left at the start of the stage, which makes it a little bit easier. For the cost of not that much time. I don't know, it's maybe like 15 frames slower or something, but you get a little bit of extra wiggle room for getting that P-speed. Sakaali also getting... Oh, he's going for the pipe, but missed it. Oh, almost took damage. Yeah, there was a point there as well. You saw him hit that special star tile. Certain blocks will give you a star as long as you currently have a star equipped. Otherwise, it'll be a coin. So that was one of the points, is to grab that in 5-7. See brocis do the pipe. Nope. Ooh, keep P-speed here. Uh-oh. No, he's bailing, yep. I don't think it's worth it to rebuild the P-speed there, but good attempt from brocis. It seems like that was almost a little bit easier as Small Mario. It seems like it was a little easier to keep the P-speed, and, like, not hit your head on the thwomp. Sakaali getting the cheeky coin chip down below. Oh, brocis slipping and sliding, man. Those vines are greased up. Probably checking his items, seeing what he's got in store. We're gonna see brocis attempt the 5-5 P-speed. Let's see what he does. I wonder if he's gonna use an item or if he's just gonna go at it with his fire flower. Oh, just missed it. Respect for just going for it, though. So it's not a frame-perfect P-speed or anything crazy like that, but it is pretty tight, and you kind of have to jump where you jump from, depending on how the previous jumps go, so there's a little bit of finesse that you need. Alright, let's see if he gets this star P-speed here. And he does get it. You're not required to grab the star. Upper decker? No. Okay, he doesn't attempt it. Very nice from brocis. Picking up that point. Yeah, so there is a point here in World 5. It's the first world with 4 points. And that last point is to defeat Roy Koopa with the Fire Flower, which shouldn't be too big of a deal. Sakaali is most likely going to wait a little bit before entering the pipe to make sure he gets a favorable pattern, which should make this pretty easy for him. And there you go. Brocis. So another clean sweep in World 5 for Sakaali, picking up 14 points already, about a little over halfway through the game. 14's a respectable score total. We got plenty of game left. Alright, so we have another point here in World 6 for the Boom Boom floor kill. So normally you would kill this Boom Boom with a star, but you can kill this Boom Boom a different way and he falls through the floor and out of bounds and dies. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know how to do it. I've seen some people do it, but I don't know how it works. I didn't know it was possible. I'm a monkey see, monkey do, me use star on Boom Boom. You gotta dodge these waffles and stuff. Again, normally you'd be invincible for this. I see, yeah. There you go. Very nice. One of those flying Boom Booms. That's pretty funny. I like that. Stars are for boomers, yeah. It's the boomer tech. No P-speed for Sakaali. We're still waiting to see if brocis can get his fire kill on Roy. We love auto-scrollers. So, the next point coming up for Sakaali is in 6-5. We need to enter the pipe in the underground area at 389 on the in-game timer, or later. Or, I guess, sooner. Ooh, brocis does get the fire kill. I guess he stomped him. He stomps him, but I mean, he still got him. So I think it's fine. Ooh, a little laggy, but double despawn. And 390 for Sakaali even. Going above and beyond there. Very nice. Narfman would be proud. And he is also safe from the Starbro. Just a bit of good RNG. You like to see that. Brocis has been plagued by the RNG a little bit this run. I think getting a little bit worse movements in general since World 2, and was not lucky enough to... What was the thing I was going to say? Runaway Bro. To avoid the Runaway Bro. Let's see if that turns around for him here in World 6, and possibly even the hands. Alright, so the next point on Sakaali's side is to finish 6-8 coming up here with a 293 in the in-game timer. This level is notorious for being a little bit difficult to maintain the P-speed here at the start. This P-speed build's a little bit weird because you're like running up and down hills and stuff, and there's some lag, and... Let's see. Can Brocis get the boom boom? Oh! Brocis missing the kill here. This is a little bit dicey. But makes it out of there alive. I did not see Sakaali, but it looks like... Maybe he didn't do the point? Watching two things at once. Does get a wall jump, though. It looks like he did not mark the 293.68 for himself. But I didn't see what happened. I was enthralled in Brocis' boss fight there. Alright, so there is another point here for getting the meme jump in the elevator room. So this is another frame-perfect jump once you enter this door he's about to enter. Doesn't get it. 292.68. Okay, thank you. Let's see what Brocis does here. Going for the OG strat, messes up, takes damage on the Buster Beetle, swipes a little bit too late. Gets the backup leaf, though. Let's see how he handles this. This can be a little bit annoying. So there are some proponents of a... Oh, Brocis. There we go. There are some proponents of an alternate strat where you can grab an ice block to take care of that Buster Beetle that Brocis took damage to. I think Mondi came up with. But it is a little bit harder to get that 389. It is possible, but it makes it a little bit more difficult for the point. Kuren Potku. Yes. Thank you, LaFleur. Squirrel kick. Alright, so Brocis still gets to attempt the 6-8 and 6F3 point here. See how he handles this. Yeah, the 6-8. I say this all the time, but I think that 6-8 is... A lot of people sleep on that level. It's a lot harder than it looks like it would be. It's a sleeper hard level. Ooh, Brocis forgetting his ice block. That pretty much say goodbye to that. Unless... Okay. Perhaps. Make me look dumb. Let's see it, Brocis. Come on. And he gets it, dude. I like it. The damage boost strat. I guess he wants to be small anyway for the wall jump. Or he's got a P-wing for the wall jump. So I didn't see... Hold one sec. I didn't see how Sakaali's subpixel manip went for 7-1, but there is 1 point for getting through 7-1 in 3 attempts or fewer. Let's see what he can do here. Uh-oh. Jump's looking pretty good. That one I think was a bit late. I didn't see whether brocis got the frame jump there. Does take damage though, which is a little bit unfortunate, but it's not too bad. You can pick it up on the airship. It was more than 3, and that's all I paid attention to. 5, okay. Alright, so there is the, there's another point here in 7-2 where you can take this pipe right here, and you can click through the bottom of the level through these little sand blocks. You get 3 attempts at this one as well. I think he's jumping a little bit early here. There we go. Man, 3rd attempt, keeping us on the edge of our seats, man, making it interesting. Very, very nice. 3rd time's the charm, yeah, they say that for a reason. Looks like brocis did not mark the elevator jump point for himself either. Forgive me, y'all, it's a bit hard to watch two screens at once sometimes. But thankfully, they're tracking their own points, so I'm trusting them. Alright, the next point we have is in 7-8. Well, it sort of is tied into 7-8 and 7F2, and this point is forcing you to go for the hammer suit route. So there's a giant power-up block that you're able to grab in a secret area in 7-8, and you need to use that hammer suit to defeat the Boom Boom in 7-4-2. This is, that strat is the optimal strat, basically. It's a little tiny bit faster than doing it with fire, I think, but if everything goes according to plan, it's marginally better. But it's also a lot harder, in my opinion. You have to keep P-Speed in 7-8, like, you have to do the hammer suit strat in 7-4-2, which is a little bit tricky. A lot of stuff's got to go your way for it to really save time, so sometimes you see runners not very experienced with this, but the people up at the top level, you know, brocis and Sakaali, for example, I don't think should have too big of an issue with this. brocis not getting the 7-1 clip, that's 4 tries for him. Jumping a little bit early. There we go, and finally gets in. Sakaali losing P-Speed, like I said, it's pretty tricky. Yeah, this is best of 1. I believe that there is... I'm gonna be honest, I don't know exactly what the format is. I believe that there's some kind of group stage. brocis has already played somebody else. I think maybe everybody plays everybody. Gungeon might be able to help us out if we got a bracket or something for us. 3 groups of 4, top 2 advance to brackets. There we go. Ooh, brocis first try in 7-2. Let's go. Not messing around. Oh, Sakaali. Fumbling a bit here. Like I was saying, this is not an easy strat, and I totally jinxed him by saying he should have no problem with it, but gets the hammer kill on 7F2, Boom Boom, and will get that 1 point. Struggling with the menu a little bit. Gets a throne jump. Sakaali is gonna get a very strange pattern from the boss here. No flute. Yeah, he probably tried to press right, huh? That's funny. Yeah, that's another thing that makes this these points a little bit interesting, is a lot of the people at the top level in Warpless pretty much have their inventory memorized. And, like, you know, all the movements and stuff you need to do, but if you're skipping items or, like, doing some of these other strats, it can really mess up your inventory. Yeah, I have lost Hammer Suit to this boss a number of times because I did something silly like that, where I menued like 1,000 extra times or wasted time, and then I had no idea what happens, and then he just, he jumps straight into you. Yeah, flute is always the first item, usually. Which makes sense why he wouldn't just open his inventory and use the one item there for his music block, right? That just, it goes against all the muscle memory you've built. Just like never push the A button when you first open your inventory. Alright, and let's see what brocis can do in 7-8. Sakaali got tripped up quite a bit in both of these stages. 7-8 and 7F2. Not getting P-speed, having some problems in the basement there. brocis is able to keep the P-speed a little bit. We kept it a little bit longer. He got like one extra jump over what Sakaali managed. But still pretty good. And he jumped a little bit early. You gotta rub that wall pretty hard to keep the P-speed there. What's he gonna get? Oh, he got a nice babies first, rub the wall pattern there. Any off-screen long grab? No. Right, let's check out brocis 7F2. Both of them going for the star strat, which is not that big of a time loss, and it's far safer than doing the optimal strat without the star. Let's see if brocis can clean up the basement a bit more over what Sakaali had. Love to see that nice big caveman jump. There we go. No snipe for him, but he does get the hammer kill, so that will be the point for brocis. Yeah, thanks, Gungeon. About a second and a half for the star grab. Alright, so in World 8, we are going to be watching auto-scrollers for the next 5 minutes. What was I going to say, though? There is a point for playing 2 of the hand stages. So there's 3 hands, 50% chance to get pulled in, but we are being incentivized here to play at least 2 of those deathless for 1 point. Yeah, that makes it a little bit more interesting. It cuts out some of the RNG factor here, while also kind of having the benefit of, you know, is that last hand going to pull you in? Like, are you going to be able to skip it at all? So, you know, instead of a 60-second RNG time swing, we're kind of looking at like a 20-second RNG time swing. Yeah, two or more hands, I should say. Which, you know, I have to do every single run anyway, but it's nice that you get rewarded for it here. So, ideally, you would be playing, I think it's hand 1 is actually slightly faster than hand 3, even though it's way harder to actually save time over hand 3. So what I would expect to see is people probably trying to skip hand 1 and then playing 2 and 3. And it doesn't make any sense to try to enter hand 1 anyway in case you get pulled in by 3. So, yeah, that makes no sense. We should be seeing hands 2 and 3 if the runners get their way. Any hand 2 P-speed? Alright, let's see what brocis is gonna get. He should be getting a pretty expected pattern from this guy. Oh, it's way scarier, man. Whew. Boxing before the fort is so scary to me. He jumps at you so fast. It's faster, yeah, but it's spooky. That's all I'm saying. Auto-scrollers. A real enemy of the people. Sakaali doing some... I don't know if this is what he normally does. I'm a little bit scared of that Monty Mole section there. Rocky Wrench, whatever you call him. It's always a little bit weird when you see people doing stuff that's different than what you do. You're like, is this on purpose? Like, are you messing up right now, or are you got this under control? What's going on? I trust him. He looked like he knew what he was doing. Alright, and we get to see what's gonna happen at the hands. Finally, we're through the auto-scrollers. Brocis, we're gonna have to wait a little while longer. And, yep. Checks out. So, it is 50% chance to get pulled in. Pretty stinky. Ooh, just misses that boomerang bro, but notices just in time and is able to jump over and keep his hammer suit. Keeping the P-speed on that last section of hand 1 with hammer suit's pretty tough. Uh-oh. The handler too. So Sakaali is going to be forced to try to skip hand 3 here, which is not exactly what he would want. Gonna be... Yep! It's been said. Now, I'm not endorsing this or anything, but it's been said that if I'm watching, you're gonna get at least 2 hands. So, I'm sorry to say, Sakaali, that you've gotten the Bagler curse. But again, not the end of the world, because he was planning on playing 2 of those anyway. So it's a little bit stinky, but it's not the stinkiest possible. Well, it quite literally was the stinkiest possible, but you know what I mean. Hand 3 is the slowest, if you played them all optimally, yeah. But hand 1 and hand 3 are pretty close in time, from what I understand, and hand 1 being faster than hand 3 really rides on you keeping P-speed all the way through to the end, which Sakaali did not do because it's hard. Basically, it boils down to there's a boomerang bro towards the end that can be moving forward or backwards, and like sometimes you won't hit him with your hammer, and you have to sort of bail from the P-speed, which loses you a good bit of time. Alright, so Starless 8-1 is the next point. We gotta finish the level with 289 at least on the in-game timer. This shouldn't be too hard if he doesn't bonk or mess up or anything. I think 290 is what you would normally expect. So basically, we're just trying to get a clean 8-1 here. And very nice. He does get the 290. Brocis almost taking damage on that boom boom, but doesn't. Is fixing to go to the hands here. Let's see if he gets a bit luckier than Sakaali does. Nobody's ever died in 8-2 in a race, just saying. Ooh, Brocis able to skip hand 1. He is happy about that, and doesn't even get pulled into 2. Nice 8-2 by Sakaali. Honestly, I had to try to curse you there a little bit. Just trying to make this interesting. Alright, and does get pulled in by 3, but yeah, only 1 hand animation for Brocis. Alright, so there's a point here where you can get a cheeky little jump off the... Ooh, that's different than what I do, and I got scared. I'm gonna try and jump off of this P-switch, which he did not do. I think maybe it's 1 frame? Is it 1 frame? It's a small amount of frames, however many frames it is. But it looks cool, does absolutely nothing, is worth 1 point. And we get another auto-scroller. Yes. I'm seeing a lot of yeses. I said a lot of things, and I'm guessing it's the 1 frame thing that we're guessing. I'm now seeing a lot of kulas in chat to confirm. Brocis shooting a little early again, but getting this guy down. See how he does an 8-1. In case I forget or I'm watching Brocis, we are going to try to clip into the wall after the elevator at Bowser's Castle. The meme clip. It's slow and sometimes gets you scammed. Looking good for Brocis so far. Shouldn't be an issue. Just takes to 289, which is still good. So he will get that 8-1 point. Very nice. 8-1's scary, man. Like I said, it's like, yeah, you know, you normally get 290 in 8-1, but it's a hard-fought level every time. Oh, Brocis shooting just a little bit early, walking up that hill a tiny bit before shooting his hammer. Unfortunate, but he is going to be able to grab it. Here's the clip for Sakaali. He's going to be able to grab a fire flower here in the fort, so it shouldn't be too big of an issue. So Sakaali exhausts his 3 attempts for that clip, and is going to miss out on the point there. I was fully expecting the 3rd try from Sakaali, like, I think every other time. Every other thing that had 3 tries, he got on the 3rd attempt. He should be okay here. Oh man, I wasn't looking if Brocis got the P-switch jump. I don't think he got it. And Bowser is down for Sakaali. No jump for Brocis, thank you. I caught, like, the last frame where I could have known for sure whether or not he got the jump. 54-20 for Sakaali with 3 hands and 20 points. Sakaali is also going to get a point for not dying, and he's going to get an additional 2 points for finishing in 1st place for a total of 23. That's a hefty score, y'all. I'm not gonna lie, that's a pretty hefty one. Very nice performance. Swept a couple of worlds there, even. Yeah, 1, 2, and 5. He got every single point, which is very, very nice. And let's cheer on Brocis here on the final auto-scroller. Is going to have a chance to pick up an extra point that Sakaali missed in Bowser's Castle, so let's keep our eyes peeled on that one. Brocis unfortunately taken that 1 fort death. In level 3, he just slipped off the edge trying to slow down. He was trying to grab the fire flower there, like we saw Sakaali do. So I guess you're trying not to get P-speed like you normally would, and just, I guess the muscle memory kicked in. Confused him a little bit. I guess we can done Sakaali. That was an excellent question that I don't know the answer to, LaFleur, and thankfully Gungeon does know, as tournament organizer, and that number is 34. Alright, let's see the clip, Brocis. Let's do it. Please! Okay. 3, 2, 1, he gets in. Ooh, it worked! Nice job. So 2nd try from Brocis. Gonna pick up that 1 extra point. Taking it slow. Yeah, that's what I mean. Is that when you get that clip, it dumps you off at a really scary point on those waffles on the stairs. So, like, not only is it slower, but, it's also way scarier than just doing the stairs the normal way. Which is what makes for a fun point. And Bowser is down for Brocis. Looks like he's going to be coming in just under 57 minutes. 59? Let's go, the sub 57. GG's to Brocis, finishing off with 14 points. I think that's pretty similar to what we saw in the previous match. Yeah, the first match we saw Brocis had 19 and Patty had 14 points. So yeah, a little bit unfortunate for brocis here. Again, taking that death and missing a couple of the other points. Taking a tumble there and in 6-5 really cost him a lot. So, but yeah, really nice to see. Saw some cool points. It seems like brocis got a lot luckier on the clips in some of these places than Sakaali did. I guess he did miss the 1 and 2-1, but he picked up a few points that Sakaali didn't, which was nice to see. Yeah, so these runners are both done. I don't know if they want to come for the interview. It looks like Sakaali says he is good. Just gonna chat with these guys real quick, see if I can get him into the commentary booth with me. Waiting. See what SpeedGaming's gonna do. Yes. Maybe I can just invite them from here. Oh, I'm not friends with them. I pushed the button. The bot should be sending them an invite, but we will see. We will see. Nope. No. All right, we're taking matters into our own hands here, folks. Hold on. I just saw his name somewhere. All right, we gotta find brocis now. Brocis. We're going to the scheduling page. Here he is. And it's done. Let's see if it works. I don't know if that works or not. Oh yeah, we got Sakaali in here now. Hey, welcome in, Sakaali.
Hello.
Very nice run.
Yeah, I guess some weird things, but overall, I guess pretty good.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened in 7-1. I thought my manip was good and the jump was good, but yeah.
Yeah, that's a tricky one. I think we were watching brocis do one of the world 6 points at the time. I didn't actually see how the manip went, but yeah, it looks like a lot of those jumps were good and you just didn't make it in. Which is a bit unfortunate.
I mean, it happens, so nah.
Yep. Man,
Yeah,
you cut it close. Go ahead.
Yeah, I messed up the World 3 airship setup. That was a bit unfortunate. Lost 2 points there. That was dumb. And 6-8, something happened in the beginning, so I got 292, even though it seemed pretty good and fast, but I don't know.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna get that point too in World 6. But yeah, I wasn't sure exactly what happened either. It seems like that's a bit tighter than you'd think it would be. Honestly, I have no idea what I normally get at the end. Like, I don't know if two. Yeah, makes you think, huh? Yeah. That World 3 airship point looks really hard. What are your thoughts on that one? Yeah,
it's pretty tight. Yeah, I think it's really tight, and even though I practice it quite a bit, then it's pretty rare for me to get it, at least without the damage. But with the damage booster, it's a little bit easier. But
right,
yeah, I don't know. Tough point.
For sure. Yeah, we saw brocis miss that one too. It looks really, really hard. I've seen some other folks practicing it as well, and without much success, I should say. It looks like that's going to be one of the harder ones, one of the more exotic points to see.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, both of y'all got door 3, which is cool.
Easy and free every time.
Yeah, just press up, right? That's all you got to do.
Right, yeah, exactly.
Oh, man, you had every single point going up to door 3 there. That was cool to see.
Yeah, the beginning was really nice. Got the clips too and everything, so yeah. But apparently I cannot do throne jumps at all, like, I don't know. Only 2.
Yeah, I was about to say, I only noticed 2 of them. I didn't know if there were more that I had missed, but it looks like you need like 5? 5 or
5
6
for 1 point.
Yeah, that's crazy hard, man. 5? All 7 gets you 2.
Yeah.
The only person I've ever seen get all 7, I think, is Teeks in one of the previous points tournaments. Like, out of every player, 40 people playing that, it's like one person I remember ever getting all 7.
Yeah. I think Zone got 7 in some Finnish championship tournament.
Oh, cool, yeah.
I think so. I'm not totally sure, but yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, it's a feat to be sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, very nice race. So, I guess brocis isn't gonna join us here, but yeah, you have anything else to say?
I don't think so. I guess this is it, and this is a good start for a tournament, I would say, and then good to continue from here.
Yeah, I'm starting off on the right note, huh?
Yeah.
Cool. Well, I think that's it for us. Thanks, SpeedGaming, for having us. Gungeon, thanks for setting all this stuff up. And thank you, Sakaali, for joining me here for a little interview at the end.
Thank you.
Y'all have a good one. Goodbye.